I'd just like to make a shout out here to Sean, who donated to my coffee, or bought me a coffee, however you want to say it. He's an electrician, I think, from what he's saying, and he loves looking at all the electrics in the old French houses. So this one's for you. We're going to fix this and dedicate this video to you. Some paper here, which is obviously put in at the time of this. For what reason, I don't know, but the rats like it. Anyway, so we'll get this piece of paper out. Give us your best guess for the date on it.
1987. 3rd of June 1987.
Why is that?
Don't know, just guess.
Okay, let's have a look. Monday, 29th of December, 1986. Whoa!
Whoa. That wasn't a bad guess,
One
was
out, yeah. Okay, I thought it was the end of the day, but it isn't quite, because the age-old problem here. Colin and Jane have had their fibre broadband fitted, super fast, really nice. And look, there we go. Full strength fibre, but watch. Starting to go down, and then through this wall straight away. Go a bit further, gone. So all of this side of the house basically has no internet. It's a common problem, especially with the super fast Wi-Fi. So I'm going to solve that for them this evening. I'm also going to change their Wi-Fi name to something more memorable or that you can easily pick out, and their Wi-Fi key, change it to something memorable but secure, so they can just tell people if they want to log on. So I'll do that, come back to you and see if it's worked. Okay, so just sorted this Wi-Fi out, same place where we had no signal. And now full signal. Just do a quick much better. That's it for the end of the day. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Bit of a bonus section to the video. Colin has bought a new outside light on the other side of this wall. I'll show you that in a second, hopefully. But he's tried to, we've got a double switch, you can see. And his light comes through, so you've got live and neutral to his light, and earth, which is connected to earth. So normally, as one would presume, inside here we've got different coloured wires. So we've got a red and a blue. So you'd think the blue was neutral and the red was live, but it's not actually the case. Whoever's put this in has used, first of all, it's twin and earth, which you find in England. It's not French, but you've got blue and red are both live. So supply in is red. You can see to the center connection of the switch, and then when the switch is thrown, it then sends the live back down the blue up that cable and disappears. it's no good because we need a neutral in there to light the light on the other side. So we need to find a neutral and get it to this box. Luck would have it, there is another cable at the back. This one here,
The black
and the black.
Yeah, the black one.
You can just see. So that goes up inside a piece of grey conduit all the way up. So we're going to go up and see if we can locate where that goes to. And hopefully, wherever it goes to, there's a neutral that we can use that piece of cable to send a neutral back down. And that's it. We should have light. So we've got to go upstairs and try and find this grey conduit.
There's 2 conduits come up.
Yeah. Right, go on. Okay, it's not that one. Including the for that. Completely melted. So let's see. You see, the lights are on. Lights are off. Off. Well, we found out where it comes up, and it's right in the bottom of here. So we've found the cable, made a junction box onto it into French. So we're now going to go and connect it to a known good supply on the lighting circuit. But this, how are you feeling, Colin, off here?
I just said to Andy that this is like something out of a caper movie, isn't it? Like we're doing a bank heist.
Excellent. We were hoping that was it, but while we were doing the wiring in the lights, which is here, we found this. Obviously we can't leave that, so we're gonna have to fix that now as well. Here's Colin wiring in into the main lighting box
That we found by accident.
Yeah. Good morning. So fresh from our victory yesterday, we're fixing the lights outside, which we'll show you tonight when it gets dark. We'll turn the lights on, you can have a look at that. Next electrical problem that we've got, well, you explain it, I think it's probably easier.
Okay, so this little socket down here, this feeds everything in this corner, which includes the lights outside, the control for the shutter. We've got an electric shutter that closes this off, and all the audiovisual equipment here, the TV and the DVD and everything else. So it just stopped working about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So as a temporary fix, obviously, I ran a extension cable from the other side of the room because I knew Andy was coming. So I had a look. No idea. I had a look. I think electrics is magic.
Magic.
It is magic. So I had a look. I couldn't see anything that was loose or anyway.
So I see you've got multi-extension lead plugged into multi-extension lead plugged into another extension lead, which then goes over to the socket for there.
You can't have too many extension leads.
You can't.
So far as I'm concerned.
But unfortunately, it's only supplying TVs and that sort of stuff.
I did actually, I mean, and you'll be proud of me for this.
Go on.
I did actually check the wattage on the extension lead on a roll.
Nice. Nice. Not many people do that, to be honest. And they just say, oh, look, we've got 5 plugs, we'll put 5 electric heaters in there, and we wonder why it all goes wrong. Anyway, so let's have a look at this socket, get the front off, do a test and see where we go from there. You've got a electrical box outside, haven't you, that we're going to have a
I'm so embarrassed.
have a look at.
Nothing to do with me, I might add. And
let's have a look at that, see what's inside, see if it's could
do we have to
give us some clues. Still nice, but it's not quite what it was last time, is it? Ah. So what's this?
So that's I think that's the scene of the crime in there. You don't want to look in there.
Yeah, but that doesn't go in there. Does it? No.
That comes out of there.
This box does, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this comes up. I guess that's for the satellite.
That's the satellite, yeah. That's the satellite cable.
And this switch actually it's got nothing to do with us.
When you plug that into there, that puts all these outside lights on.
I wouldn't dare do that.
Yeah, look in there.
Superb. Oh, now look. In the rain as well.
Yep. What could possibly go wrong with that?
What's this? Okay, we've got the front of the socket. So now we're going to test, see if there is power to the socket. Right, might be worth explaining. There's several different ways of testing whether there's power to the socket. Got a multimeter, the screwdriver electrical test one that lights up when you touch that on a live. This is a non-contact tester, so you just have to be next to the wire. If it's got power in, it will light up. And this one here, which you can see is quite old and has been used quite a lot, but when you put it on a voltage source, it will light up and tell you the voltage, but you need a live and neutral for that as well. You also need a live and neutral for the multimeter to work. So let's apply these to it and see what happens on each one. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so we know there's actually power to this socket, which is very strange. Or is it? So, okay, let's say you didn't have one of those, you had a tester like this. Let's see if I can get... You can see the light there. And here, you touch the end of the screwdriver like that. Okay, so we've got power there. Now then, this will be interesting. So most people can usually get access to a multimeter like this. What we're going to do is select AC, which is the wavy pattern there, 600, because the next step down is 200 and 230 volts is the standard, so it's slightly above 200, so if we put 600, that will be fine. And then we put our probes in there, 220, so that's got power. And around similar on that socket as well. We can test again with this one, same sort of idea, but let's put that in there. Lights up, lights up. But there was a slight difference there in voltage between the two, which is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so there you go. That's how you test with different testers, guess. So the next thing we need to do is look what happens when we plug something in and then test the other end of that.
I thought it was me being an idiot, actually.
So we've got live and neutral, except do we? Because we put this in an appliance and nothing happens. You're supposed to have blue lights on the top there. And we can prove that by plugging it in here. Oops. And look at that. There's a light.
I'm kind of glad it doesn't work because I thought it was me.
So this is a real mystery. Except, is it?
It worked with that socket though, didn't it? With that lead that you just put in.
Yeah.
It worked with that.
Ah, did it? Did it though? The problem is, all of these tools are pretty sensitive to just that there being just a voltage. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's transmitting any power. You know, it sounds crazy, but it's true.
Is that the difference between voltage and ampage?
Kind of. It's obviously wired in twin and earth, which is English cable. But you can just see now a little line here goes along to about there and then stops. This is a hollow wall, so I reckon next stop is the other side of the ceiling and see what we've got up there. That goes down to that socket and it then goes that in that direction. So I think this is our, there we go, in here, and you can see it moving. Oh, there's something there. Oh yeah, another one of those boxes from yesterday. It's not been opened in a while.
Probably 1986.
Oh look, would you believe it? Look at the lid. And right in the middle, so that is a really good example of, you heard what I said, because of what we found yesterday, if you've seen one of those and then something else isn't working properly, you've got no option but to trace the wire, look for the source, because look at that, that's almost been on fire in that box. You've got actual burn marks on the roof, and look at the state of that. I mean, that's how fires start. It's as simple as that. And this is probably flame retardant, but that probably isn't, and certainly not this. And it's all wood. It will completely destroy the house. I'm pretty confident that that's our problem with the socket down there. Now, typically this happens because you put too much, too big an appliance. So electric heaters is a normal one onto one wire, but it's also block connectors. I've got to be honest with you, I do not use block connectors anymore, simply because of this. If the screw goes loose and the wire gets loose, then this is what happens. So we're going to change it for Wago connectors. And for all those of you in America that use the twist-on ones, you can use those, I guess. But these, not great. See, once it's down, it's done, and that's it. Okay, quickly, can you just hold that for a second? We just make sure that these are all tight. That one wasn't. That one. That one. That's alright. That one doesn't go anywhere.
Why would you have a live not going anywhere?
from an old socket probably. That one wasn't screwed in at all. That one's alright. That one's alright. Right then. Oh, let's check these as well.
That's
Oh, that was not screwed in at all. So that was 2 lives. That's a light. Same with that one.
It's amazing anything works at all, isn't it?
Look at that, 240.
Bang on.
Nice. But the ultimate test, obviously, is does the air freshener work?
Well, you know, it's 2024.
Let's get the air freshener.
Stand by. I don't think we're taking this seriously.
Right, I am. Oh, look at that.
It's like this Christmas every day.
So it works. Happy with that?
Further investigation has shown another. Well, actually, it's not another one. It's the root of the cause, really. So
I think
it appears.
so. It looks that way.
To coin a phrase, I'll show you.
Originally, back in the day when you first contacted me, you said the immersion heater in the hot water cylinder is broken. You've had an electrician round. You can't fix it because you can't get the immersion out. That was the original thing.
Yep.
Anyway, a lot of water under the bridge since then. But doing this today, when we found the burnt block connectors, and the second one especially, and we've enabled this socket, this now works. But we've got this lead here. We traced it from the other end, but it actually says on it, immersion. So that goes up the corner, into the loft, into a 13 amp British socket. So this was a British extension lead. They cut the end off and put a French plug on. Then there's a British plug onto a bit of twin and earth cabling, runs down to the cylinder, doesn't quite get there, and there's a block connector. Then it goes into the immersion heater.
So, pretty much done up in the loft now. Where we've been trampling around and rolling around up here. Slightly less thermally efficient. Less chance of flaming death. So, all in all, a rewarding and interesting experience.
Good morning, and it is morning, definitely. So a few minutes ago, just came out to catch the sunset about 7:30. Today's the day, so I'm really excited. We're going fishing, something I've never really done before. So who better to teach me than Colin? I've seen some of his videos, and he's got all the gear, and it looks like he knows what he's doing, so this is going to be interesting.
Good morning. Was it Sunday?
Yeah. 8 o'clock Sunday morning.
Going fishing, and super simple fishing this morning. One rod, one float, one hook. Fishing on a river. This is proper fishing, not in a stocked lake. This is wild fish. Proper fishing.
Like I know what any of that means.
Yeah, so there's no guarantees at all. So that's why they call it fishing and not catching.
I do like that. That's very good.
So we'll see how we go. Short drive, and we'll see how the river's looking.
See you there. Oh, you brought well in. That's very clever. I did not. Oh. We have now moved location to the VN, just down the road, literally 2 minutes. Look at this massive river, it's lovely.